What's going on, everybody? Back with another NBA player props video and back with a giveaway. So listen up closely if you commented on the last video. Already locked in a bunch of different value this morning on the Underdog Fantasy app over in the Platinum, man. All these plays nuked. Feel free to track these, see how these go, because these were all phenomenal values on the Underdog Fantasy board. But I do want to talk about last video. I do want to talk about a giveaway. Like I said if we got up to 100 likes, I'd be giving away some free and or discount codes. And I'm going to talk about exactly what I'm going to do for you guys here. If you are someone who commented on the last video, I'm going to be giving you guys a 90% off code if you message me on Instagram, X, Facebook, email me, any of the above. I'm going to give you 90% off. The reason I'm going to do 90% off, I can't do 100. So you can see I wanted to bring it up and show you guys. The amount has to be less than 90%. My premium content is hosted on Patreon. So with this being said, the most I can do is 90%. So for every single person that commented on the last video, I'm going to get into it shortly. But if you message me on any of those social media platforms, I will give you a code for 90% off. So that's Instagram, X, YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube, email, any of the above, which I'll bring up right now. It's the same handles for all of those platforms. And the people that are eligible, once again, are the ones that commented. So I can bring up the comments right now as far as who did. We'll go down through them and tell you who. So we got Styles T. Message me once again on any of those platforms. I will give you a code for 90% off any of my packages. We had Sunny Dove, Anthony, Wayne, Joey, Sean, McLovin, James, Sharon, Mamba, Moolah, Chris Dash, Michael, Tyler Mack, Quentin, WM, Potent, No Limit, the Study Wiser Games, Miss Whaley, Cedo, and Alfredo, all of which will be eligible for 90% off any of my packages. Once again, all you got to do is send me a message on any of those platforms. Prove that it's you. Just take a screenshot of your comment on your YouTube account. And then DM me the name of your Patreon name. So if you don't have a Patreon account, you're going to need one to get access to my premium. DM me the name so that I know it's you, and I will send you a code for 90% off any package. That's once again KJK_DFS on Instagram, Twitter, KJK_DFS, my same handle. And then if you're someone that doesn't have those social media platforms, you can reach out via email. Right here, if you go to my YouTube About section, you'll see it, kjkdfs003@gmail.com. Just send me an image of your comment under your YouTube account, prove that it's you. Tell me the name of your Patreon name on the back end, whatever your name is. It stays between me and you on the message, and then I will send you back a code. And when you use that code, it'll get you 90% off any of my premium content packages. Okay? That's the most I can do. I would do 100 if I can, but I just can't. So I will do the 90% as much as I can, and that's any of these. So you can do the level up for $9.99, the VIP for $49.99, 90% off, or the platinum. Obviously, since you're getting 90% off, I'd recommend just getting the platinum. It makes most sense to get the best package at that discount. And this is a perfect example of the value you can get over there. Like I said, we already captured all of these crazy plays. We had the Zubac under rebounds removed. Alvarado under 22.5 PRA removed. Booker under 7.5 removed. If you've been tuning into the content, you know my process. I actually kept this refreshed, or not refreshed, I have to say, in the Underdog Fantasy Optimizer. I could show you the play. This is unbelievable value. 55.6% chance to hit aggressively favored on every single one of these books for the Devin Booker under 7.5 assists. This is the kind of plays you need to be getting every single day long term to be profiting on Underdog Fantasy. Once again, they'll hook you up with all the way up to a $1,000 bonus when you use my link down below, so take advantage of that offer. And just keep in mind, I'm very open about what goes into my process. I use 3 different tools. I talk about my premium content. Guys, this is $49.99 a month for the VIP to get access to all of these different plus EV top optimal tools, top optimal plays for me. The 99.99 is that next level because you get sportsbooks as well, DraftKings, FanDuel Sportsbook. But you can see Daily Grind Fantasy, phenomenal tool. It's going to cost you $590.99 per year for this tool. Well worth it. They'll give you 25% off for your first month. Links down below, but that's what's going into this software. That's how much that costs. Outlier, another phenomenal tool that I'm using that you see me talk about on this channel all the time. They'll give you 7 days completely free. My link down below. I use the Outlier Pro. It's $579.99 per year. You don't have to pay that. You can just go simply get my Platinum. Once again, that's included in the plan. I have access to all of this software. That's another $580 you're saving. And then last but not least, we got OddsJam. Another tool that I'm using every single day. They'll give you 35% off with my link down below for the tool if you're interested in OddsJam. OddsJam's $490.99 per year. So that's $490.99 for OddsJam. Outlier, another $579.99. And then Daily Grind Fantasy, another $590.99. All phenomenal tools, all tools that I actually use. I'm not going to promote anything on this channel that I don't use. However, I do also offer these premium content packages that are going to give you access to all my plays via that thousands and thousands of dollars of software, whereas paying for all three of those, you can get all the top optimal plays for $49.99 a month, the VIP, for every single one of these DFS props apps. And then if you want to take it to the next level and even get even earlier access to get all of those player props apps plus sportsbooks, the $99.99 per month option is where it's at. So, very honest about all the things that go into my process on this channel. We'll be breaking it down. Quick review of how last video went. Ended up going 3-3. Underdog Fantasy, we went 2-1 on their platform, rocking with the LeBron James over 7.5 rebounds. That cashed the Keon Johnson under 17.5 points and rebounds. That cash Al Horford under 18.5 PRI. He ended up going over. So 2-1 on the Underdog Fantasy platform, part of the 3-3 overall record of last video. So we went dead even, 50%. Next platform, Betr, we went 3-3, right down the middle. Sar cashed his over points, and then obviously these are all props that we took on multiple. The Kuzma over 1.5 3-pointers was one that was available on Betr, but not Underdog Fantasy, and the Zubac over 13.5 rebounds and assists. Those guys both missed, unfortunately, so that was part of the 3-3 record. And then 2-3 on the Prizepicks platform, rocking with those same plays. Once again, those are all part of the 3-3 record. It's just those were the ones that were available on Prizepicks that I promoted last video if you tuned in. So we're going to go game by game, as we always do, with the information we have at the time of recording, breaking this down. We're talking 3 platforms, as always. If you don't have all 3, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not going to be able to hunt around and get the best price. So we'll talk about getting the best price throughout this content. If you use the promo code KJKDFest, my link down below, they'll give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 on Prizepicks. So take advantage of that offer. Underdog Fantasy, once again, will give you all the way up to $1,000 when you use my link down below, the promo code KJKDFest. And then lastly, we got Betr. They will give you a $250 win or lose bonus with the link down below, the promo code KJKDFS. So if you have all those 3 apps, you'll be able to hunt around and take the exact plays we're going to discuss throughout this content. And let's go ahead and break it down. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gamer. We'll start things off. We'll go game by game as we always do. Let's refresh this to make sure we have the latest and greatest data with the Cleveland-Detroit game. This game comes in with a 228 over under. It is a 5-point spread in favor of the Cleveland Cavaliers. As far as injuries news in this one, we already do have confirmation there will be no Cade Cunningham. There will be no Jaden Ivey. On the Cleveland side, Jerome questionable, Tyson questionable. We have Evan Mobley listed as probable. So we pretty much have a full go here as far as our injury report is concerned. So I'll give you my top prop at the time of recording with the information that we do have. We will be kicking things off on the Prizepicks platform, and we will be kicking things off with the Isaiah Stewart over 5.5 rebounds, brought to you by Daily Grind Fantasy, guys. Once again, if you do not have this tool, phenomenal tool, one that I'm using every single day to find the very best plays on these apps, and they will give you that 25% off of my link down below. What this data is that they're bringing in is multi-million-dollar sportsbook data every single day into an optimizer to make it nice and easy on you to find the very best plays on these apps. With a 53.75% chance to hit, we have a minus 134 price on the over on Pinnacle, minus 135 price on the over on BetMGM, minus 137 on Caesars, etc., etc. If you do not know what this data means, essentially every single day, these multi-million-dollar companies have data scientists, analysts in place to set price tags on each and every single prop that you're going to take. So they're going to set a price on the over and the under, right? So in this particular case, it's minus 134 on the over. You'd have to risk $134 to win $100 to take the over 5.5 rebounds on Isaiah Stewart, because they're saying it's so likely he goes over, we're going to charge you a price, right? We're not going to give it to you cheap. That's how they stay in business long term. That's how we can use this data to find the very best plays on these apps. And that's how we can get good value, because we're getting minus 119 implied odds on Prizepicks in a 5 or 6 pick flex. So if you lock Isaiah Stewart into a 5 or 6 pick flex versus that minus 134 price you're getting on Pinnacle, you're getting a much better price at minus 119. And that's how you're going to make money long term. So great example of my process, a great example of a phenomenal play. And it will be the first one that I'm promoting on the channel here today. Once again, only available on Prizepicks at the time of recording. Keep your eyes out on the Betr platform, the Underdog Fantasy platform. If they have it as a standard prop, then go ahead and lock it in. Just keep in mind, there are payout shifts. Underdog Fantasy, I know, for example, they do have payout shifts. So if I go ahead and refresh this board, there's a possibility that Isaiah Stewart's rebounds are on here, but it's payout shifted. I'll show you exactly what I mean. See, they're only paying 0.93x. So for people watching the content saying his rebounds are available on Underdog Fantasy, yes, but you're not getting the, see, this is a standard prop where just as higher or lower, there's no payout shift. If they're payout shifting it, you're not getting that same deal that I'm discussing throughout this content where it's mispriced and you're getting a better bang for your buck. They're actually compensating for that fact that it's expected to hit on the over higher and they're paying you out less. So just keep that in mind. Quick little lesson for you if you did not know that. We'll continue along here. So the LA Clippers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. We got Trenton Wofford listed as questionable. Zaire Williams listed as questionable on the Brooklyn side. Clippers look pretty straight up here. Miller out, 1D out. Let's go ahead and give you my favorite prop in this one. Prop in this one that I actually already did promote to my Platinum members actually over on Underdog Fantasy with the under 5.5 assists for D'Angelo Russell. This is a phenomenal prop. Probably not going to last forever with a 54.84% chance to hit, but this is a perfect example to go ahead and kind of show you my process. Once again, it is available on only Betr at the time of recording. I got it on Underdog Fantasy earlier. However, they've gone ahead and payout shifted that, what I just discussed, but you can see, great example of just showing you all that goes into the process here. A minus 136 on Pinnacle, minus 146 on FanDuel, minus 135 on DraftKings, minus 138 on BetOnline, minus 137. Just an aggressive amount of data indicating to us that the under 5.5 assists is a phenomenal prop. And keep in mind, we're getting a much better price. We're essentially getting minus 120 odds in optimal ticket types on all these platforms. So on Betr, it's going to be a 5 pick or a 6 pick where you're getting that price tag. Same as Prizepicks. The under 5.5 assists will be the next play that I'll promote, and it will be on Betr, guys. This is a great example of showing you exactly what goes into my process. Once again, it's kind of similar to all these. Scotty Barnes rebound was a phenomenal prop available on Underdog Fantasy that is also, looks to be available on Betr. Sneak peek as to what I'm probably going to be talking about next with you guys. Better log me out. There we go. We got the D'Angelo Russell under 5.5 assists. Phenomenal prop here. Take advantage of that as soon as you can on the Betr board. Once again, if you do not have it, get it as soon as possible. They do have it, guys, in every single one of these states on the map, and they will give you that $250 risk-free with the link down below. Pinned as a top comment. Phenomenal prop there for D'Angelo Russell. Perfect example of what goes into my process. Love it, love it, love it for play number 2, for game number 2, the LA Clippers taking on Brooklyn. Take advantage of that one while you can. Then we got Charlotte taking on Toronto. Kind of gave it away. I'm just going to make this one quickly. We're going to be talking Scotty Barnes. I pulled up my Discord and how I was able to lock him in over on Underdog Fantasy this morning with my Platinum members. Well, he is available on Betr at the time of recording. So I'll bring up that data right now. I'll tell you exactly why I love the over 6.5 rebounds. Once again, phenomenal prop. This is ridiculous. This prop is not going to last, but I'm just going to, I have to show you guys this for the sake of the process, guys. Minus 175 on the over on Pinnacle, minus 140 on DraftKings, minus 144 on BetOnline. A 55.97% chance to hit on the over 6.5 rebounds. This is a ridiculously good prop. These are the kind of props you can find using tools such as the Daily Grind Fantasy. This is the kind of props you can find and get captured Once again, being in my Platinum member package, this is ridiculously good stuff. This is the kind of stuff that you need to be taking as soon as possible. The Scotty Barnes over 6.5 rebounds, a huge misprice. You're getting a massive discount. Really good bang for your buck. At the minus 120, you're getting in a 5-pick or a 6-pick on Betr. These are the kind of plays you need to be taking as soon as possible. Phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff right there for Mr. Scotty Barnes for the over 6.5 rebounds. I mean, yes, please. Yes, please. Those are the kind of plays we want. We'll continue along here. Golden State Warriors taking on the New Orleans Pels. We got Stephen Curry listed as questionable. Obviously, a pretty big piece of news on the New Orleans Pels side. We do have confirmation. There will be no Brandon Boston. There will be no CJ McCollum. There will be no Zion Williamson. So let's talk about the top prop in this one. We got a 3-for-1 special available on 3 platforms. All 3 platforms finally here with the Jose Alvarado over 8.5 rebounds and assists. He will be the starting point guard now with no CJ McCollum, with no Zion Williamson. This guy is going to have a ton of on-ball handling responsibilities. Really scrappy point guard, really great all-around playmaker, really great hustle player, good on the glass, good at dishing out those assists. If you know who Jose Alvarado is, you probably know this. Famous for kind of being a little bit sneaky in the backcourt and running behind the guy and stealing the ball. He's just that scrappy player that does it in all ways. A 52.51% chance to hit with minus 132 on the over on FanDuel, minus 125, minus 135, etc. Really good price tag on every single one of these platforms. Then we got the Underdog Fantasy platform. Once again, 52.32% chance to hit with a minus 132 price tag, minus 125, minus 135 again. And last but certainly not least, we got the Prizepicks platform, minus 132, minus 125. Every single one of these multi-million-dollar books. Tons of different data pointing to his over here. The over 8.5 rebounds and assists. Once again, available on all 3 platforms, so take advantage of that. Take advantage over here on Betr. Take advantage over on Underdog Fantasy, and take advantage over on Prizepicks. You can get it on every single one of these platforms, so make sure you do so. That's what we want. We want to be taking advantage of all of our resources here. I got to go ahead and refresh the Underdog Fantasy board. He'll be there. That is my fault for not refreshing. And Jose Alvarado, the 8.5, boom, available. And then, like I say, also available on Prizepicks. That's the name of the game. We want to be getting props with good value. Try to promote to you guys props that are available on as many apps as possible, if at all possible, without forcing bad plays. And this is certainly one of them. Great prop. Jose Alvarado, the over 8.5 rebounds and assists. Go ahead and take advantage of that prop while you can. No CJ McCollum, no Zion Williamson. Ton of different usage to go around. New York Knicks taking on the Milwaukee Bucks at 217.5 over under 1 point spread in favor of the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, Prizepicks over 11.5 rebounds with a 53.6% chance to hit. Minus 140 on the over on Pinnacle. Minus 133 on the over on Caesars. Tons of different data points telling us that he is expected to go over this with a 53.6% chance to hit tonight, guys. Keep in mind, we're getting that 3.6% edge. That's what we're doing long-term on these apps. If you're new to this, you don't really know how all this works. You know, you got to have some realistic expectations. Just because a good play is a good play does not mean it is guaranteed. We're looking at a 3.6% advantage compared to just having the flip of a 50-50 coin. We're now flipping a coin where we have a 53.6% chance to win. Okay, that's kind of how this works, but it is a phenomenal prop, and it is only available on Prizepicks at the time of recording. Once again, always keep your eyes on these other apps. You never know when they're going to post new lines. Could see him posted, on a Betr or on an Underdog Fantasy later in the day. I know Betr will tend to post some of these kind of sporadically throughout the day, so keep an eye over there as well if you do see this get bumped up or whatever the case may be on Prizepicks. That's why I always say to keep your eyes on all 3 apps, right? That's going to help you succeed long-term, give you the very best chance of finding the best plays that I promote on the channel. Next play that we got is going to be in the Phoenix-Minnesota game. Then we got the Utah-Denver game, and we will be out of here. 2 more games on the slate. The first one, a 226 over under, 7-point spread in favor of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and looks like we've got a full-on confirmed injury report. Nothing on the Minnesota side, and only Bradley Beal confirmed out on the Phoenix side. Got another 3-for-1 special and got a KJK favorite. Absolutely love this guy. Seems to just always hit his props anytime that I am on him. Of course, you know, if you're watching and you believe in the jinxing or whatever the case may be, you may hate me right now, but I believe in the data, the analytics, and I believe in Naz Reid, man. The over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists with a 53.07% chance to hit. He is aggressively favored on the over on Pinnacle as a -143 price tag. He is listed all the way up to 21.5 on other books such as a Bet Online. He is favored at a -145 price tag on Bovada. All of these books aggressively favoring his over 20.5, and like I said, he is listed up to 21.5 on other markets. The Underdog Fantasy Optimizer brought to you by DGF with a 53.07% chance to hit. And lastly, the Betr Optimizer with a 53.25% chance to hit with all the data they bring in. Phenomenal prop. Once again, like I said, just seems to be a guy that always gets the job done for me anytime I promote him. Love him, and all of the data is matching up. Phenomenal price. You're getting a great deal at that number, the 20.5. Take advantage once again on Prizepicks, on Underdog Fantasy, and on Betr. As long as you log into all three of these apps, you make sure you got it refreshed to the latest and greatest data. I like your odds of at least being able to hopefully get him on one app if they do decide to go ahead and move him up or whatever the case may be, which they do tend to do on these apps. Just head on over to the other app, see if he's available there, and take it there instead. It's really that simple. Simple yet effective strategy, people. Simple yet effective. Available on all three platforms. Love it when that happens. I can promote it on all three. The Naz Reid over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Phenomenal prop here tonight. And then last but certainly not least, we got the Utah Jazz taking on the Denver Nuggets with a 239.5 over under, 17.5 point spread in favor of the Denver Nuggets. Clearly expected to be a blowout here tonight. No Lauri Markkanen, no John Collins. The Denver side, everybody is probable outside of Jamal Murray, who is listed as a true 50-50 questionable. So we'll talk about what I like in this one. No John Collins, no Lauri Markkanen should lead to a ton of rebounding opportunities for Walker Kessler, and that's exactly who we're going to discuss here today on the Prizepicks platform. The over 10.5 rebounds at the time of recording is only available on Prizepicks. Once again, keep your eyes out on those other boards. There's a possibility they post them, but the over 10.5 rebounds, guys, with a 53.1% chance to hit. -138 on the over on Pinnacle, -130 on FanDuel, -142 on Caesars. Every single one of these markets is favoring his over, and it makes sense, right? They're going to factor in all of this data. Really, the only thing that the market can trick you on is if we don't have a full confirmed injury report, right? Which, of course, in the NBA, there can be late-breaking news, but if we have a full confirmed injury report, we know the matchups, we know the rotations, we know the projected minutes, right? The entire deal here, as far as the market's concerned, they know there's no Collins, they know there's no Harkless, they know there's no Lauri. It's already confirmed. There's no guessing game going on here, and the data is adjusted for that, right? The over 10.5 rebounds is favored. It makes a lot of sense. You look at the injury report, you look at who's out in this one, should be more rebounding opportunities for Walker Kessler. So another good example of you people that think you can do just, you got to research like crazy to outsmart the market. Like, yes, to an extent, you want to know your stuff, but just follow the data. Make sure you know the injury report. That is certainly important. But thanks to the Daily Night Fantasy Optimizer, we can detect that value very quickly. It's not rocket science. Pull up the data, look at the injury report, make sure that everything's there's no crazy questionable tags that might swing this. And that's exactly what we got here tonight with Mr. Walker Kessler, the over 10.5 rebounds. Phenomenal prop to round things out, guys. That will be all from me in this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. If you did, would be greatly appreciated if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell on your way out the door. If you did comment on the last video, thank you. We got up over 100 likes. If we do it again on this video and you're someone that leaves a comment, I'll keep the giveaways up. Just send me that message on any of those platforms if you were someone that commented on the last video. Send me an email if you don't have those platforms. DM me. Show me, a picture of you in your YouTube comment that it was you. Tell me your name on Patreon, and I will send you a code to get 90% off any of these packages of your choosing, okay? Thanks for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck on your NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.